When the Question took this gig to protect the Watchtower, I'm pretty sure she didn't know she was going to be framed for murder. But yes, that is where we are. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, and this is The Question, the new comic book series that covers our detective, Renee Montoya, as the new Question, the head of security for the Watchtower. Get comfortable, and if you're lost to the source, go check out the Question playlist. Now, let us begin, because someone interrupted the animal man's beauty sleep, and if you know him, you know that's a no-no. He was already irritated. But of course, this was his duty. The menagerie was under him. Every animal in the known universe, or rather most of them, were located here, and some of them were very dangerous, which is why when something happens in his lab, it was only right to inform him first. And when he saw the exact cage that was destroyed, he knew, yeah, this is serious. As I said in the intro of this video, the Question was having a bad day. Imagine going back to your apartment and meeting officers there with a lot of red tape. It was not a good sign. And as soon as she stepped foot in that room, everyone was looking at her sideways like she was the murderer, when she was honestly charged with finding the murderer. Ted Core, the Blue Beetle, was already on the scene, and he was here to inform her about about the dead body they found. Well, he wasn't dead. He was just very, very much injured. And honestly, this was her apartment. This was not a good look. Ken was, of course, in the sick bay, but now they had to find the trace of the killer. But honestly, the crime scene looked much more animalistic. This was not a fight. It was not a gunshot. The blood splatter does not tally. What happened here? Ted was silent. He knew something, and he made the Question ask twice. She did not like that. Ted, what happened here? Stop acting like this isn't my job. I am head of security, so inform me. And he did. He showed her exactly what he found, and she was not prepared. It was there right in front of her, clear as day. Batwoman set the animal loose, and the animal, well, it tore him apart. All signs pointed to Batwoman, but this was not even possible. The Batwoman was a hero. I mean, of course, sometimes she wasn't, but right now, she was good. She allied herself with good. Ted honestly wanted to believe it as well, but the video does not lie. The evidence was damning. She, however, was a detective. She would do her own investigation and come back with the results. And she started with the bar, because honestly, most of the Justice League members had hard days. They needed somewhere to cool off. And what better place than Nightshade's club? Nightshade was very, very beautiful. That's just my own personal opinion, but right now, Renee didn't care. She was on the program, so she wasn't supposed to be close to alcohol. But a bartender sees a lot of things. This was the smart move. Hello, Nightshade. Do you mind telling me about last night? Nightshade was confused. Yeah, detective, you're going to need to be a little more specific. What do you mean last night? And she got more specific. Batwoman. Tell me about Batwoman. What did she do last night? Was she here? Again, she was confused. Batwoman, why would I know about that? Renee was not here to play games, so she called her out. Hey, I'm not playing here. Tell me what you saw. And she told her, Batwoman was here all right, but she was acting very weird. All of a sudden, she jolted up and acted like she forgot something and ran off. That's all I saw. She thanked her and went on her way because some things were still happening on this watchtower that needed her attention. And honestly, if she knew what was happening in the armory, she would have gone there first. The Bulleter was put in charge of the armory. Some of the most powerful weapons in the universe were here, and honestly, they trusted her to watch them. But when she was bored, someone interrupted her peace. It was the Eradicator, and he looked dangerous. She saw him, and honestly, she was ready to fight. Because if you know the Bulleter, she's like that for real. But like Batwoman, she was hypnotized and allowed the Eradicator to take what he wanted. What he wanted was a Green Lantern ring. He was going to use it because his master sent him to use it. But now he had another objective, and that objective was located in the Met Bay, where the Batwoman was, warming up and checking on her colleague. You could see she was concerned, but then Renee came, and honestly, this was suspicious. The Batwoman didn't know why it was suspicious. What do you mean? And Renee said, oh shit, you haven't heard. Well, let me be the first to inform you, handing her the footage as she saw herself letting a Thanagarian leopard into her room to maul this guy. This was psychotic. That isn't me. I don't remember that happening. Renee wanted to believe it honestly, but at the end of the day, that's the footage right there. What could she do? When suddenly, Kenn woke up and he was acting crazy. Jesus Christ, he's trying to kill me. He's trying to kill me, please. The Atom Project. I will not let him have the Atom Project. Before they could even calm him down, someone arrived. The Eradicator arrived, and he called him out. Kenn, you die today. As he opened his mouth to blast him, face Kryptonian justice. Renee must have realized that this was a deadly situation because she told Batwoman, yeah, get him out of here. I'll face him. That was a mistake. The Eradicator is the strongest Superman, and he was fast as well. She tried to hold her own, and honestly, it was a good try. But the Eradicator was just him. Batwoman must have realized as well. Renee was about to die. So she called in the cavalry. Hello? We need help. And if you don't want your head of security dead, you will send them quickly. The Eradicator was feeling himself. He was supercharged. I will make your death quickly. You should be honored. I'm taking time to kill you myself. Renee was about to die, but she was still trying to find out who sent you to kill me. He laughed again. A mystery you will not solve, great detective. Now, embrace your death. Just before he could do it though, the ring started to tweak out. Something was wrong. He should have known. This was a Justice League base. Did you think we would keep a ring here without protection? It's useless. And the Bulleter was pissed. What did you do to me? Shorty brought in kryptonite, and that affected him hard. Seeing that he was weakened, Renee went for his leg, and she snapped it, and it was enjoyable. He screamed like a baby, and the Justice League just pounced on him, holding him in place. Renee was safe, but her relationship with the Batwoman was broken. I don't know why she didn't even take a second to think that Renee was the head of security. She had to be suspicious. The hell? This ain't no friendship thing, this is work. Regardless though, the question still had more things to worry about because someone was trying to gain access to the Watchtower, and that person was considerably more dangerous than the Eradicator or the Tiger. As we see, that while Blue Beetle was momentarily distracted from his post, someone was hacking Justice League's system. And if you know how this system was created, you know this should be impossible. Made with Wayne Tech, Quinn Technologies, TED Technologies, every super genius in the DC catalog put their brains into the system. This should be impossible, and yet it was being done as we speak. Someone was gaining access, and they just disabled the Phantom Zone containment. Yeah, that was a mistake.